Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another YouTube video. So currently, right? Okay, so I did take. So I've been straight up with you guys. Okay, during Asian session, I actually took a trade here, but it was kind of my own fault. So what I did was I actually sort of effed up a bit. Okay, I actually saw this. I saw this 5 minute bearish fair value gap here, getting inverse, but actually it already got inverse earlier, and this was then inverse. So I was like, okay, I wouldn't mind taking a long trade. Then in the 15 minutes time frame, okay, so it got inverse. Okay, 15-minute time frame also got inversed here. Okay, so I was like, okay, maybe this 15 minute getting inverse here, right? Getting inverse here, right, was good, a good sign that price may push higher. But however, what I failed to realize was price actually just came out here to sweep this liquidity here. Okay, not only that, I actually came up with a new sort of questions to ask myself, to you know to ask myself that, hey, how am I going to be taking trades? So first trade, when I took this trade here, okay, let's just do a replay back. Okay, when I took this trade here, okay, so I was taking here, okay, 15 minutes got inverse here. When I asked me, is this a singular obvious fair value gap? Yeah, it was obvious. Okay, the obvious draw on liquidity was towards this high here. Okay, is the highs of this trade here, as you guys can see, was the previous high. Okay, then after that, internal liquidity purge. Was internal liquidity purge? Well, honestly, it didn't, because this low here didn't get actually swept here on my broker. It actually didn't even sweep at all. And then when I look for the lower time frame and stuff, right, no liquidity was actually purged. And not only internal liquidity purge, but there were more liquidity purged here. As you guys can see, this high got purged, and this here got purged. Okay, purge meaning sweep. Okay, liquidity sweep. So essentially, this was actually, then after that, okay, 15 minute, was the body closed? Yeah, it did close. Okay, sure. But was it delivering from a PD array, or premium discounted, or basically price is respecting, or delivering from a bullish fair value gap, or what? Well, it was, because when you see at the higher time frame, right, okay, price was delivering over a, if I'm not wrong, it was like a is it 2 hour or 3 hour? Let me double check. Yeah, it was a deal with the 3 hours and the 4 hour as well. And additionally, price, when we look at the higher time frame here, price was already, price was already very low in a sense. So that is a premium, I would say. Okay, so buys were not too bad of optimal trade here. Okay, then after that, that's why I took that trade earlier. But what I failed to miss out was that this was already liquidity here, and me taking this trade here was already very risky due to that fact. Okay, and then uh price and then broke below that fair value gap here. What I could have sort of improved, okay, was when I looked here, was that once price actually inverse this 50 minutes fair value gap here, right, this would have been a better trade due to the fact that, okay, was this a singular obvious fair value gap? Yeah, it was. When you look at it, you should really know that, okay, there's a bullish fair value gap right there. Okay, like if you look at it in itself, okay, so there is this one. I don't count it because there was so what, but this here is quite obvious comparing to the rest of the other previous fair value gap. So it's quite obvious draw on liquidity. Yeah, there was liquidity here that was left untapped here. Okay, then after that was internal liquidity purge. Well, it was purged here and here. So but was there a body close? Boom, there was a body close. And it was it delivering from a PD array, which is a bearish. That was the only, I would say, down, because price wasn't essentially delivering off any premium discounted price. So yeah, I think that was the only downside to this trade, because it wasn't delivering from any like bearish fair value gap anything. Okay, maybe this 1 minute you could have said, but you know yeah, that's about it. So then hence price actually failed, and I actually took a loss on that trade very early in the morning. So well, it was a learning curve for me, honestly speaking. Then I was actually looking for a long setup earlier today, and I'm still looking for a long setup here. Okay, because there is a there is a bearish fair value gap here. Actually, let me do this trade so I can remove this, so I have a much easier. Okay, so price actually almost came up here, so that there was actually equal high here. So there's actually equals high here, or I wouldn't say equal high, but there in this. Okay, let's take a look at the lower time frame. Here, as you guys can see, price actually came out almost very close here, but then it didn't hit, and there was some tons of liquidity on top of this equal high, which is actually Asian highs as well. Okay, so that was today. That's my draw on liquidity, on my personal opinion. Okay, so and if let's take a look at the higher time frame. Like I said, higher time frame wise, yesterday price actually continued falling. Okay, as you guys can see, price continue falling, sweeping tons of lows here, 1 2 3, all the lows here. Okay, so right now price is in a 4-hour bullish fair value gap. Not only that, price actually came down to a 1-day bullish fair value gap here, as you guys can see. Okay, so if 1 day to which is today, price actually closed bearish here. Okay, we could see potentially price coming down to this low, sweeping this liquidity here. Okay, that could be a possibility, but we do not know yet. Okay, so right now I would say I want to look for a buy opportunity. So I want to, if of course I want, and you know how I would say wait for the price action. I want to wait for price action to see what it does. So I took a 1% today, so I'm gonna take one more last trade, and it will be a pretty much whatever setup that I take in the future will just be a A+ setup, or at least only one downside, but of course there are others as well lah. Okay, so from this high to this low here, right? Okay, so if you look at the 5 minutes here, reason why I wouldn't mind looking for a buy trade. Okay, 1 hour. Okay, price bounce off here. Not only that, if we look at the 2 hour, okay, price is bouncing off this 2 hour bullish fair value gap here. Price bouncing and reacting off of this bullish fair value 3 hours bullish fair value gap here. Okay, and then if we look at the 4 hour, similar concept here. Okay, so it's bouncing off or respecting these bullish fair value gaps. 15 minutes wise, okay, it is respecting this 15 minutes bullish fair value gap and 30 minutes bullish fair value gap here as well. Okay, so right now wise, I would say price is within these two zones of 30 minutes and 30 minutes bearish and bullish. So for me, I want to look for a long setup, maybe price coming back down to the 50% here. Okay, so let's take a look at this time frame here. So if we look at the time frame here, right, from this high to this low here, right, 50% will be around this area zone of buying. And during earlier, I actually was looking for a buy trade, which is about 1+. So earlier here, I saw price actually inverse these 2 minutes bullish fair value gap here. And then when I look at the 3 minutes, okay, that was the only fair value gap there. Okay, these 2 minutes bullish fair value gap here with strong momentum. Once it inverse this low, once it sweeps this low here, okay, not only did it sweep that low, but it swept this low as well, and then it pushed higher. Okay, then after that it inversed it, but however it closed below. I didn't take this trade. Okay, I was actually waiting and seeing if this was my one that I was actually waiting for. Okay, it did inverse it. Okay, it pushed higher, and it pushed all the way higher right now at the current moment. Okay, so why did this? Okay, trade is currently lagging right now at the moment. So right now, then after that, price continue pushing higher. I didn't take the trade. Okay, so yeah, just let you guys know that. Okay, so I didn't take the trade. Liquidity purge here, as you guys can see. Okay, I want to at least wait for 50% retracement. Okay, if you look at the higher time frame here, okay, from the high to this low to this high, 50% will actually be around here, below this zone here. So this within this 15-minute premium array, 50 minutes PD array, which is premium discounted array. So yeah, okay, so right now we got two set up here. You got 15 minutes. 15 minutes right now is still closing bearish here, get everything expected. I'm not taking any trades now. I'm just going to wait and see what it does. So if price comes back down towards this zone here, okay, maybe around here, okay, below the 50% and around this zone here, okay, and sees a inverse, I wouldn't mind taking a trade and buy to this high here, okay, to this draw on liquidity. However, if price were to come back up here, maybe sweeping this high and then do a inversion fair value gap, giving me a nice setup, I wouldn't mind taking a sell towards the low. Okay, because reason why price action actually started falling yesterday, fundamentally the dollar is actually stronger due to the fact that Fed did yesterday. I did put that Fed said that they are not in a hurry, signal smaller US cut rates over time, so it is kind of hawkish, leading to Euro USD falling. Not only that, okay, Euro yesterday CPI came out that is actually at 1.8%. Sorry, 1.8%. Is it 1. Yeah, it should be 1.8 if I'm not wrong. So we're at 1.8% and core CPI at 2.7%, which is just as expected, but lower than previous. Okay, I don't know why is it so laggy today, but okay, so that means that say that Euro may or may not have a higher chance of getting more rate cuts, meaning to say that Euro will be a bit more bearish. Euro will be more bearish, meaning Euro USD will be bearish in a sense. Okay. Okay, right now price is pushing higher, as you guys can see. Okay, I am currently not in a trade. I'm just waiting to see what price action does. I don't know what's with TradingView right now, is loading them slowly. Let me reset my TradingView, guys. Give me a second. I wouldn't mind looking for a short setup here if price were to give me. Let me take a look at what price action is currently doing. Okay, there's an SMT here, as you guys can see. I mean, until if price breaks this low here, same as here as well. Currently there's SMT going on here, so like I said, I wouldn't mind taking a short setup here due to the fact that price respecting all these, but I wouldn't as much as possible because right now price is pretty choppy, so it's really in a range, and I don't really like to take ranges. So I mean, it is bearish, okay, it is bearish, don't get me wrong, okay. For me to take this trading setup, I think is essentially way too risky. For me to take a shot here, even though 5 minute does close back bullish here, but because I think I'm just basically just gonna be patient here and just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. As much as I would want to take this trade, this sell trade here, but I think price is just way too choppy. As you guys can see, very choppy price action right now, and additionally there is liquidity at the top, so for me to take a sell is just very risky. So like for me, you know, so I'm just gonna be waiting. I'm not really taking any trades right now, just being patient here. Is this an obvious 5 minutes fair value gap here? Honestly, no, it's not. If you guys really can't, if you're not a professional trader, you okay, so this was an obvious fair value gap here. You could have taken a trade here. Before once the price pulls back, maybe buy here. Okay, stop below the low. Then TP will have been like a nicely here. First take profit, second take profit here, something along that line. Okay, then this is then obvious bullish fair value gap here, but this bullish fair value gap here did not close bearish as well. Okay, but compare this to this isn't obvious, this is obvious. Okay, so that's the first trade. So I'm just gonna be chilling here. I don't take any setups. Okay guys, so right now 15-minute did close here, bullish here. So I'm not taking the trade just yet here, even though 1 minute here is really bullish, due to the fact that right now I don't okay. So honestly speaking, right now I'm looking at this, right, that I honestly don't like how price action is. Pretty much it's just very choppy. So I mean, I want to see 15 minutes close above here. If 15 minute close above here, right, I wouldn't mind taking a long trade here. Anyway, the 5 minutes that I showed you guys earlier didn't work, as you guys can see. Okay, so if the 15 minutes close bullish here, I wouldn't mind taking a long trade here. So then my stocks will be maybe like something like something like this, and then my take profit will be Asian highs, 1:1 trade. Okay, so I'm not taking a trade just yet, guys. So but one thing I do not want to see is this high here getting swept here. So if this high actually, which is this high here lah, okay, essentially, I mean, of course, you know, I do not want to see and stuff. It's just based on what price action does. Okay, right now, why am I not taking this 1 minute bullish fair value gap trade here, even though price came back down here? Because 15 minutes I'm seeing such a, you know, price is just chopping around here. Okay, one thing I would say is if price closed above this zone here, okay, I have it doesn't confirm mean that you close bullish, but I have a strong conviction that price may or may not close bullish. Okay, then there's SMT as well. Okay, so I am still waiting. I haven't taken a trade just yet. I'm still waiting. I'm not in any trade. Okay, why, like I told you guys, why didn't I take this 1 minute bearish fair value gap here? Due to the fact that currently price is very bearish here. As you guys can see, if 15 minutes, right, is getting rejected very strongly. Not only that, if you look at the higher time frame here, 4 minutes is getting respected, 5 minutes as well getting respected. Okay, so I don't really like that as a, you know, I don't really like that. Okay, 15 minute, 15 minute didn't close bullish, 4 minutes didn't close as well. So I mean, I'm still chilling, not really taking a trade just yet. I'm not in any position or rush positions. So this is a super risky trade if I were to take it. Like I said, due to the fact that because right now price is in a 15-minute bearish figure, so I risk at least 0.5% most probably. So yeah. Okay, one thing like I said for certain is that I mean two more minutes. I don't really like this as well because it's not obvious. 2 minutes as well. Almost 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes. Not really close. Yeah, I added one small lot size here, but this is a very risky trade, so I am pretty much risky quite a bit here, I would say. So I'm risking 0.5% here. Okay, I got stocked up here, so that'll be the first trade loss. Okay, one more trade, guys. So for me wise, I took this trade because fifth I mean right now price is just super choppy, so I'm just gonna wait out and see what it goes. So for me, I took this trade because okay, so the reason being is because actually honestly it was a very super bad trade lah. I don't think that this was just a super honestly bad trade. Looking back, I think it's just a honestly damn dumb trade because I was trading into the 15-minute bullish 5 minute bearish 5 minute that was essentially trying to push lower. I was just expecting or wanting the price to push higher, so essentially I was just trying to force the market, you know. So that's for sure lah. Okay, so for now I'm just gonna wait out and just see if I can take another better trade. It was a very bad entry, honestly speaking. It was kind of an impulse, I personally feel. So I'm just gonna be chilling, I guess. I'm just gonna wait because right now the setups are so choppy and stuff. I think it's just an awesome, very very bad trade. I mean the draw on liquidity was definitely towards the high side in my personal opinion, but I think it was just super choppy. That's why the price action just failed. So I am just gonna be chilling and waiting for see what setup are there. I'm not gonna take a sell trade. I'm not taking a sell trades or anything because to me the draw on liquidity, like I said, is towards the high side and stuff. So Okay guys, so 15 minute the inverse here. Okay, finally. Okay, so I think most probably, yep, price is going to hit that high. I'm just going to be chilling right now. I'm just going to see what price action does. Okay, not really doing much of anything. I think price was probably hit this high here. Looks like it's going to hit that high. Okay, so price hit that high right now. It set that at high already. So I will be looking, if possible, I will be looking for a sell opportunity if price were to give me. But of course, I will wait and see what price action does. So yeah, I'm not straight away going to be taking it. I'm not gonna long it due to the fact price is pretty much very high. So, but I don't mind looking for a long opportunity as well. I will wait and see how price action does. What price action does. So very high already. So yep. Stay tuned. Let's wait and see. Okay guys, so right now I wouldn't mind looking for a long setup here, but I would want to pull back. Okay, so reason being is because it inverse these 4 minutes bearish fair value gap, at the same time inverse these 5 minutes bullish fair value gap, bearish fair value gap. Okay, so if it's inverse here, right, this shows that price may continue pushing higher. Okay, so I'm not in a trade yet. Yeah, I'm not in a trade just yet. I want to look for a trade if it price gives me. Okay, I haven't taken any trades just yet. Just a 5 minute did close bullish here. Okay guys, so I stopped out early. I stopped out here. I didn't really want to miss anymore, so I'm calling it a day here. Massive loss. Massive loss, yeah. Today, another massive loss. So, yeah, I mean, I've lost again. So, huge losses right now. I'm done for the day. I'm not going to take any more trades. I'm not taking any more trades here. I think one thing for sure. I think one thing I saw was this. So I'm done for the day. I'm not taking any more trades. So I think, yeah, today was a bad overall. Today, huge losses. Took a total of 3 trades. First in the Asian session, which was a huge loss. Second session I took a buy trade where price was pretty much very ranging, which could have been avoided easily, but I still took it. Next was I took this trade. Well, I took this trade because 5 minutes broke above. I had the conviction that price will continue pushing higher. Okay, but I think price didn't. It failed. So yeah, it is what it is. So bad trading day, I think. Honestly, not proud of it. Not proud of it. I'm not proud of myself. So yeah. At this point of time, I feel I just need to, yeah. So I think looking back at these trades that I took today, first trade that I took, okay, which was the Asian session that I took. Okay, so it was too early of a trading, that's why I took a L. Okay, I took much of a buy. Then too early of a buy trade. Next was that, okay, when I took this trade here, I took a buy trade here. Price was So I took a buy trade here on the 15-minute time frame, but however it failed. It didn't go exactly to plan. Okay, then I closed up early. That's why I took a loss. Okay, then I took a 5 minutes bullish fair value gap here. Okay, the inverse, but however what I saw was this high here getting swept here, as you guys can see. Okay, the moment it swept there, it closed it, then after that push lower. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Today market was super choppy. I honestly didn't really like it, but it's fine. Tomorrow I will come back stronger. So I think one thing for certain that when I actually took, so okay, so the 15-minute time frame, the earlier the trades that I took, right? Okay, the one of the trade that I took here was such a bad trade because price was in a 15-minute time frame. I'm just forcing the trade and I'm betting that it will push higher and stuff, but clearly it didn't. I was clearly just forcing it and stuff, which was essentially yeah, I'm just basically betting and stuff. Then it isn't very optimal. So that wasn't very optimal. Next was that the second trade that I took, the 5 minutes here, price was already such a high price. I should have waited for a pullback, even though that inverse I should not have taken it. Should not have could have should have taken it because due to the fact that price was really very high. There wasn't any like supporting. There wasn't any like 5 minute bullish fair value gap or anything supporting it of 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, etc, etc, etc. There wasn't any PD array that was supporting it. So yeah, even though there was a body close, obvious draw on liquidity, there was a singular obvious fair value gap, but it was priced really very very high and stuff. Okay, so it is what it is. Today wasn't a great day. You guys can hear my voice. Okay, I've been on a losing streak for the past 2 days, but it's okay. I'll come back stronger. So right now I'm down about 6% to 7%, about 6.3% right now, but I will come back stronger tomorrow. So right now I am going to start risking lesser and lesser, and then start to slowly climb back up. Okay, as much as I do want to risk 1% and stuff, but I think I'm gonna start risking lesser. Okay, and only I'm able to take from today or tomorrow onwards, I will only be able to take one trade, so reduce my losses, and to take high quality setups as well. Okay, so that will be my trade for today. I am going to call it a day. I'm gonna end the live stream here. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys learned something. I mean, I don't think you guys did. Just watch me losing and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna do I'm gonna write down on Telegram and stuff of what I did wrong and how can I improve from tomorrow onwards. And moving forward, what I'm gonna do for the next past few days to slowly come back up. Okay, see you guys.